Hi, user. Hi, Mark. Hey, Mimic. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Nikki. I knew what it meant. I knew what you meant, Nikki. Hey, Linda. How do you didn't come out? You came out, okay. What's that, Linda? I'm wondering how my connection's going to be out here because it's later and I'm not so close to my house, but we'll see. Oh, my dinner. It came out really good. Kids really liked it. I'm back. Hi, Shelly. I know, it's actually, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but it's actually a little chilly out right now, which was kind of surprising. My house, like I still have my air on because it got warm today. Hey, Narina. How to not get discouraged dating in your 50s when much if well, that's a belief. So if you're saying something like that, JT, that's a story you're telling. So that's what you're going to experience, right? So it's be careful of what you're saying, because again, if that's something you're repetitively saying, that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to continue to experience. So if you know about manifesting and how I explain it, it's just knowing that you're moving towards whatever you want. Plain and simple. Whatever you want, you're moving towards in this very moment. But the trick of it all is to be okay with where you're at, because you know more now. So it's really about practicing alignment. It's practicing feeling good. It's practicing being okay with where you're at, being okay, feeling good with no matter what's happening around you, right? That's what I call being in flow. It's a feeling of being in flow, right? You're just constantly you're in flow, and you know when you're like, ooh, something's bugging me, or something, I just reacted a little, or something threw me off for a second, because you start to know what it feels like to feel good the more you do the practices, the more you relax, the more you meditate, the more you move slower, breathe slower, do those types of practices, which are relaxing practices. Relax into the discomfort of some of these unfavorable stories. You start to know what it's like to feel good, and you prefer to feel good. You know the difference between not being in flow and being in flow, right? And it's the thing about being in flow and feeling good is it's actually easy. People don't realize how easy it is to stay in that flow, right? It's just simply just relaxing your body throughout the day. But you just want to constantly remind yourself that all I have to do is relax my body, make the best of where I'm at, right? It does, like I always say, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It really doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters how you're feeling when you're doing it, right? So it's about you making the best of where you're at. That's what's going to keep leading you to more and more and more. It does, Shelly. And that's why I say, like, literally, don't stop listening to these things. Don't stop listening to my videos. Don't stop listening to Abraham's reminders, or just find some reminders to keep reminding you this and keep doing these practices. Because the more you do it, the quicker you're going to get it. Here's the thing, guys. You have to understand that being relaxed is your true state. Like when you're at peace, that's your true state. Feeling content, feeling at peace is your true state. So when you get to that point, you're not going to settle for anything less than that, right? The more you do it, you'll start to see that this is how I'm supposed to feel. But not only that, guys, your life starts to get better. Everything starts to reflect that back to you because everything is a reflection. What you send out comes back to you. So the more you're in flow, you start to see your life around you change for the best. Yes, I would never get on a scale, Lena. Personally, I would never, ever, ever, ever get on a scale because I don't need a scale because I don't gain weight. So why would I need a scale, right? So yes, ditching the scale, being okay with where you're at, because that's the key. The key to all these things that you want is being okay with where you're at. That's the trick of it all. Of course you can manifest other ways. Of course you can still do things to get things. Of course you can still do these affirmations and all these techniques and things to get these things. But unless you're being okay with where you're at, you're going to be constantly on that cycle of trying to get something outside of you to feel good. So it's about not wanting, letting go of control. Knowing, guys, it's done. Setting the intention is enough. You don't have to do a thing. You don't have to do a thing. Just keep doing these practices, Christine. And, that's another thing, guys, is focus on your manifestations as less as possible, especially the ones that you think are more difficult. The ones that are, I can't, I don't believe this, or this is hard, or I'm never going to get this thing. The ones that you're always thinking about that you're dropping in lower energies around, stop thinking about them. Focus on other things. Focus on relaxing more, meditation more, making the best of where you're at more. Be okay with where you're at around the topic of food, right? Be okay with where you're at because now you know you're moving towards more. Now you know you're moving towards better, right? And again, it comes down to really just when the topic does come up and it hits you out of nowhere, you're just going to relax. Relax your body in those moments. Rest your body. That's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do. Of course. And we all do because you're going to do it a few times. These things are going to creep in and these unfavorable stories are going to catch your attention and you're not going to think it's as easy as just relaxing your body. You're going to want to figure it out. You're going to think you have to think about it. You're going to think this isn't that easy. There's way more to this. And instead of just relaxing your body in that moment, sometimes we get caught up in old patterns and that's okay because you're human. But the more you do these practices, you're going to start to, again, see the changes in your life and you're going to know, oh, wait, I get it. It's because I was okay with where I was at and more came in. It got better. More came in, but I'm talking about, I was thinking about money because that was always my thing, Christine. That's why I said more came in. The more you're okay with where you're at, things that you're manifesting are starting to draw them. It's being drawn to you. You're a magnet for it. Hi, Nathan. How did I deal with guilt? So, Narina, that's where I talk about be okay with where you're at, Narina. So, like, let's say you have more resistance in canceling the plans, but you have a little bit less resistance in just going forward with the plans. You have to know that you're moving towards more, Narina, right? So it's one of those things where where do you have more resistance in just going through with the plans for now? And then you feel better because you're still able to stay in flow with just doing the things that for now, or do you have less resistance in canceling them and just practicing relaxing into that discomfort of that you cancel the plans, right? And now you're creating all these, like possibly creating unfavorable stories around it, right? It's understanding that the only reason why we think people are mad at us is because we still have that guilt. So you attract those situations into your life to let you know you're wrong for canceling plans. That's why I say be okay with where you're at. It may serve you right now to just go through with those plans, because remember, it's all about you staying in flow. So I always say you're giving in. You think you're giving in at first, but you're not, guys, because it's all about how you feel. You know more now. You know you're moving towards best and better. There will be a time, Narina, where this will be smooth and easy for you to cancel the plans, and where everyone will understand it, right? Like me with not doing hair. I was very confident in walking away from that right now in my life, where at one place I would have felt a lot of guilt around it. And I would have, if somebody would say to me now, oh, is everything okay? And I'd be able to go, yeah, of course it's fine. Like, yeah, I just I'm just not happy with it anymore, right? Where before I'd be like, oh, they're going to be upset with me. I've been doing it for 30 years. What are they going to do without me, right? So I accepted where I was at while I was doing hair for a while. I didn't want to do it anymore, but I did it because I knew I was moving towards best. I knew there would become a time where I would be able to confidently walk away, right? So it's about, you have to keep you in flow, you feeling good no matter what, knowing you're moving towards more and best, guys. So be okay with where you're at. Don't try to get away from where you're at. You know you're moving towards more and best. Always weigh out the options. Am I going to have more resistance if I walk away from this thing than I do now? There will be a time where it will be easier for you to leave. You'll be more confident. That's what I'm trying to get my point across. This is what I used to do as well. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not happy. I'd be happy for a little bit, and then I'd be back to my old patterns, because you're not actually changing your energy. Everything will fall into place in the right timing. Narina, that was a really good question. It really got me explaining this to people. So thank you for that. But hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. So Narina, just stay calm. It'll work itself out. It'll work itself out. Just stay calm and know it'll work itself out, right? It's okay. You're allowed to say no to things. It's just sometimes at first we have a lot of resistance and feel that guilt. So Nikki, then you're matching a reality you don't want. That's it. That's all that is. So you have to focus more on yourself. You have to focus on just relaxing. You have to relax. That's the thing. You're reacting, Nikki, by you saying this story right now, having a hard time believing. That's a reaction. He's smoking and he's with his new girlfriend. That's literally reacting. In that, you should be staying quiet, keeping that to yourself, and relaxing your body and letting that, and as soon as you do that, that story is going to start to conform and work in your favor. Okay? So you have to stay quiet around these unfavorable stories. I need to make more sales. So same thing, Christy. That's you reacting. So somebody said something to you, didn't feel good, and now you're thinking about it. Now you're speaking about it. Now you're broadcasting it. That's called reacting. Instead, when you hear these stories, guys, that don't feel good, you need to relax. As soon as you relax and get calm and quiet, number one is keep this story to yourself. It doesn't feel good, but you're going to relax and stay quiet. You got to relax your body. You got to slow down. You got to breathe slower, move slower, and you got to keep doing that. The story is going to conform to work in your favor. There's a best case scenario of the story, Christy. And anyone that's manifesting anything, there's a best case scenario in this moment of whatever doesn't feel good. And as soon as you relax your body, it starts conforming to you to work in your favor. I promise you, I've done this over and over and over again. But number one is that you guys want to write, and I'm not saying you guys, don't take this wrong. I'm trying to help you guys. You want to broadcast your story to me. You want to broadcast it. This is happening to me. This is happening to me. What do I do? But right then and there, that is called reacting. right? When we broadcast it to the universe, and then it's like, okay, let's keep it active, right? So in those moments when these stories come up, your practice is to relax your body, right? Relax into the discomfort of this story that doesn't feel good. And as soon as you do these practices, as soon as you relax and you soften your body and you just move slow, and you take that deep breath and you breathe out really slow and you relax your shoulders and your jaw and your stomach, it doesn't feel good. I know it doesn't feel good, guys, but it gets easier. The more you do this, you stay quiet and you relax, the story is conforming to you in that moment. It's working in your favor. In that moment, it's working in your favor. You're being led to the best case scenario. The best case scenario for you based on your life right now and where you're at. And it's that simple. That's all you're doing with unfavorable stories, guys. I know. This sounds like it's literally this simple, but you're doing it over and over again. Your life is going to start to transform. Not only that, but things you're manifesting are also being drawn to you in that moment as well. Things you can't see. That's the practice. The practice is becoming a magnet to everything that's meant for you. Best case scenario for everything in your life, right? Exactly, Patrick. They dissolve, and they work in your favor as well, which is kind of the same thing, right? Hey, Dream. Hey, Dragon. Hey, BB. I hope I was able to get all that out without the internet lagging or anything. Just look at it this way, Narina. It'll keep getting easier. It'll keep getting easier. Oh, I love that, Esteban. Now, user, you're not thinking you're better than anyone else ever. Is that just saying that? Okay? You're not thinking you're better than anyone else. We're all the same. We're all the same. You don't want a relationship like that, really, you know? So just remember this, guys. Just remember that what you want is done. You're moving towards it in this moment, right? It's moving towards you in this moment because you're not doing nothing at all. In regards to manifesting something, you're not doing a thing. You're only making the best of where you're at now, right? So when you don't feel good, you're staying quiet about whatever story that is. You're keeping it to yourself. 100% keeping it to yourself. You're not telling anyone about it. And you're just staying calm and you're practicing relaxing. Anytime you don't feel good, you're practicing relaxing. And when you relax your body, when you don't feel good, and you just relax into relaxing, and you soften your body, and you breathe slower, and you just breathe into that discomfort, and you just let your body fall. This is you practicing non-reaction. In that moment, the story is working in your favor. It's literally working in your favor. I promise you. And you just keep doing it over and over and over again until your life, your current reality is going to transform. It's going to transform around you. Your whole world's going to transform around you. You're going to be amazed at how everything is just running smoothly. You're more at peace. People are being nice to you everywhere you go. I sound like Abraham. Everywhere you go, people are being nice to you. And it's like just pleasant. And you're realizing stories that may come up. It's like, wow, they didn't go any further because I stayed calm. I responded from a good place, right? I was like, oh no, I can't go, guys, or I can't. And it's like, whoa, nobody cared or got upset. And you're just going to be amazed, guys. You're going to be amazed. And you don't take things personally. So you get really good at knowing it's never about you. Like say somebody just, you notice something in someone that triggers you just a tad. You're quick to be like, oh, wait, no, it has nothing to do with me. And then it just fades. That story will just fade and that will work out as well, right? So Patricia, be okay with where you're at, right? But just know you're moving towards more, Patricia. You have to know, see, that's the thing, Patricia. It's like, you got to know you're moving towards more now, guys. You're moving towards best and better. There's really not much you got to do. There's not much you got to do in regards to that. I know that I try to think of the places that I had resistance in, and weight wasn't one, but it was one because I've always been on diets my whole life. And I know when I feel certain resistance around some food that I eat, I have to stop. I have to soften my body and relax and say, no, I get to eat whatever I want. I never gain weight and I go back to that. But it's all about relaxing, guys. It all comes down to relaxing. You can think about whatever you want, whenever you want, as long as you're relaxed. That's the thing. See, this is another thing, guys. Your thoughts have no power until you give them power. So say you are in your mind a little. Say there's a thought. Say there's an unfavorable story, right, in your mind. And you're thinking about it. And you might be trying to figure something out a little bit too much. But you're calm. You're not giving it any power in that moment. It's still conforming and working in your favor, even if that thought's still there. That's why I say these thoughts don't have power until you give them the energy. This is why calmness is so powerful. This is why relaxing is so powerful, because everything's conforming to you to work in your favor when you're relaxed. Well, that's why, Patricia. It's because you're so focused on it. You're so focused on it. That's it. Trust me, I know. If I focused on one thing on my face, or like one thing like my eyebrows, let me tell you, if I focus on, like for a while, I was focused on my eyebrows. I was doing my eyebrows. Do you know how many people responded back to me on here? Oh God, girl, your eyebrows look horrible. It's because I was thinking about it and giving it so much thought. So Patricia, that's what I'm talking about. You have to stay calm. You have to stay calm when you start thinking about something that's unfavorable. That's unfavorable. It doesn't feel good when you think about your body, that you don't love your arms, that you don't love this, that you don't love that. So you have to relax. You just relax. Soften your body around that topic and know you're moving towards best and more. And that's what I'm trying to say, Patricia, is that you don't have to ignore it. You don't have to try to focus on something else, right? Because when something has your attention, it has your attention. But that's the thing. If you soften your body and you relax, guys, it's going to work in your favor. It's going to start to conform and work in your favor. Do you get what I'm saying? Kind of, guys? So I know that some of these topics have a lot of resistance, and I know it's hard to not think about them. When you're having things in your life that are unfavorable, I know because I've been there. But that's where relaxing comes in. You can think about them all you want. As long as you're staying calm, they're not getting worse. They're not. Yeah, that's it, Patricia. You just got to practice non-reaction. You got to practice relaxing and calmness, staying quiet around that topic, keeping it to yourself, relaxing your body, literally. That's it. Just stay quiet and stay calm and just relax around that topic. Hey, Mike. Christy, you're still not trusting what I'm saying. So I've been there with all of those things. I've been there with all those stories. But I never told people about them. I kept it to myself because you're broadcasting it again. Doesn't matter. Christy, do you follow me? What do I say? The story doesn't matter. Do you get my audios? The story doesn't matter. The story, guys, I say in my audio probably 1,000,000 times. If any of you have my audios, what do I say in it? The story doesn't matter. I can't stress this enough. The story doesn't matter. Guys, I can't stress this enough. The story doesn't matter. That's literally what I say in my audio over and over. The story, Christy, the story doesn't matter. The story doesn't matter. The story doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. If it doesn't feel good, it's helping you release a limiting belief. And that's it. That's it. But you got to do the practices and you got to stop speaking about it because that's not doing the practices that I talk about. What other choice do you have? But, and that's, the thing is that I know that you want to talk about it and say, but I get it. I get it. It grabs you. It grabs us. It does. But trust me when I say that's not creating your reality. That's recreating your reality. Okay? That's recreating what you don't want. So just remind yourself that. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Dream. I get it. I get it. It's easy to go back. It's easy to talk about it. It's easier at first to do the things that you're used to doing. But it's an understanding of how this reality works. This reality is just a mirror reflecting back to you at all times. So think about what you're saying in that moment. It's being reflected back to you. The story doesn't matter. I know. I say it all the time because it doesn't. I know this from experience. It doesn't matter. I have so many things. The story doesn't matter. If it doesn't feel good, it's helping you release a limiting belief. It's helping you move towards what's best for you. It's helping you. It's helping you. But number one is not speaking about it. It's staying quiet in those moments. Yes, but you have to focus on yourself. You have to focus on you. You have to know you're moving towards, the thing is that you're not manifesting the same person back. You're going to be a different person and you're manifesting a completely different person. That's why you have to take your attention off of this manifestation. You have to focus on you. You have to focus on feeling good on your own, in your everyday life, being okay with where you're at. Being okay with yourself, being your own source of happiness. You literally cannot be thinking about this person because what are you going to be thinking about? All the things that are unfavorable. You're going to constantly go back to the old story. So you have to take your attention off of the manifestations and you got to focus on you feeling good, focusing and doing these practices, relaxing practices. Just remember, when people say, can I manifest this? Can I manifest that? You're unlimited. You can manifest whatever you want, but it's all down to resistance. It's all down to how you feel around that thing and how much resistance you have. And that's where these practices come in. Not shit. Yes. Quiet means literally not speaking a word of whatever you're going through. If you start speaking about your problems to people, they're going to reflect it back to you over and over again. How's everything going? You're actually keeping something you don't want alive in your reality. You're keeping it alive by speaking about it, right? By telling people about it. by venting about it. You have to keep it within you, and you have to rest into it. You actually have to relax into this unfavorable story on your own. That's what you're literally doing. You're just relaxing and softening your body around this unfavorable story. You're keeping it quiet, keeping it to yourself. That's how it dissolves. Just think about it. This unfavorable story that doesn't feel good. If you're speaking about it, you're keeping it alive. But you gotta go within and just rest into it. Relax your body. And that's how it goes away, by relaxing into the discomfort of it. You think it feels good to vent and speak about it, but that's actually keeping it alive and active. Nobody's muting Christine, are they? Or is that a joke? Yeah, right? That's how powerful we are, Dragon, right? You created everything around you. And you start to see that. You start to realize, like, I can see that I've created that. But the key to these things is that no matter what you're doing, that's a game changer to life in general, is if you can start really making the best of where you're at and feeling good no matter what's happening around you, and relaxing when you can't, softening your body when you can't. Because you want to soften and relax your body 24/7. That's a practice you want to do. I'm always relaxing my shoulders, relaxing my face, breathing, relaxing into relaxing, I call it. Yeah. So when it comes to thinking about the story, when you're by yourself and you're quiet, as long as you're calming down as you're thinking about it, you're going to get better at saying, oh, no, we don't do that anymore. I'm moving towards best case scenario. So many times I've had a story in my mind, but I never spoke about it. I always got quiet. I always relaxed into the discomfort of it. And it always worked out in my favor. It always eventually, right, over practicing this over and over again. You're really using these unfavorable stories to help you settle yourself down, to help you self-soothe, to help you relax, to help you be non-reactive to things. You're using these stories. These stories are your best friend if you're using them properly, right? That's why I say they really are serving you if you're using them properly. So at first, yes, you're going to be thinking about them. They're going to be in your mind, but you're going to be softening your body and relaxing your body. And you're going to be able to remind yourself, oh, no, I don't have to worry about this. I'm moving towards best case scenario in every way, shape, or form. And you just keep reminding yourself that over and over again. And like I said, it's okay if you're thinking about it. You just don't want to be giving it power by getting upset and crying and frustrated and angry. Just relax into the discomfort of it. Exactly, Vols, exactly. I always say on the opposite of non-reaction is everything that you want. It's literally everything that you want, because non-reaction is all the unfavorable stories. On the other side of all the unfavorable stories is all your favorable stories. Yes, Val. Yes. It's very, very, very normal. It's very normal. It's so normal. Listen, I always say that I was a pretty positive person, Val. But let me tell you, I had some stuff come up I didn't even know even existed in my life. I'm like, what the heck? Because you're really releasing all your limiting beliefs doing these practices. So don't be afraid. It's all good, okay? Don't be afraid of these things, guys. It's all good. It's all serving you. It's all moving you towards best and more. You're going to have moments where you're just not feeling good, and you just keep using it to your advantage. You just keep relaxing. You keep resting into that, right? You keep just relaxing your body, relaxing into relaxing. I love Christine. She gets right to the point, like me. It takes practice. It takes practice. You're going to start feeling you're going to start knowing what it feels like to be in a flow, a constant flow with life. Being in a constant flow with life is being able to make the best of every situation, is being able to feel good no matter what's happening around you. That's what's continuously raising your energy as well. You're getting out of these lower energies, which is your limiting beliefs. It's all the same things, right? And you just become more secure. You become more stable and confident. Exactly, Vols. Exactly. Just seeing what my dog's barking at. Oh, I didn't see what Rando was saying, but what Dream said is yes, you really want to be okay. You want to get yourself to a place where you are happy on your own, where you are happy with your own energy, with your own life, the way it is right now. You know you're moving towards more and best, but you're making the best of where you're at. Like you're making, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters, are you making the best of what you're doing in that moment, right? Relax and remind yourself that in each moment. It's about making the best of where I'm at. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm making the best. That's what's moving you towards more very quickly, very quickly. Okay? Christine doesn't play. Roxy barks, but she lets out that deep bark, right? And then Mel's like, Mel's a little dog, so she barks. I need my own show, Patrick. That's funny. Thanks, Nathan. Everybody does. I should say, like, I don't know how to thank. I guess I could send out a newsletter and thank people for people are always purchasing the ebooks, always. And I am really grateful for that. But you know what's funny? The ebooks are awesome and great. And I know people like to read, but the audios are where it's at. The audios are where it's at because it's that constant reminder. Even if you just got one of them, just one of them to have in your ear repetitively, because it's the same message over and over and over again. But I know most of my friends like to read. I'm not a reader. Although I love Abraham's stuff. I like reading her stuff, like that pops up from her seminars and stuff like that. And a lot of things that she like pops up, like, I guess people that I follow or some groups that I follow, they pop up sometimes on my newsfeed. I like reading them. Those I like reading. I know, Dragon. Thank you for sharing that. I want to pin that. Guys, this is so important what Dragon said. He's so right. He's so right. That's how I start my day. I say, I want to have fun and laugh today. I want to have fun and laugh today. That's my affirmations. Because I know how this works. I know how to relax. I know how to make the best of these moments and get back into alignment. But for me, it's like, I want to have more fun. And you know what's so funny? Today, me and my daughter went into the Halloween store. They're starting to pop them up. And we were just walking through, cracking up, laughing, like trying on the stuff and stuff like that. I was like, and I'm like, this is what I want. Like, this is more of what I want. Those kind of experiences. Because truthfully, feeling good is really what makes you a magnet, right? But we're practicing getting to that place by relaxing. Relaxing is going to get you to feeling good. Feeling good, right? Just feeling good. Don't overthink feeling good. Right, Linda? Is it like that's what it's all about? Right? And like stuff like that. Aha. You are too. That is exciting, Dream. I'm excited to start decorating for fall. I'm like thinking, what is it like? I could probably start a little bit. It does, Patrick. It really does. Laughter does. I even think healing does. Healing. I think crying is healing too. If you use it in the right way, I feel like crying is very healing. Crying, laughing, like using your emotions to your advantage, right? Because you know more now. You know more now. You're not crying and like crying to a friend and venting. If you're having a moment and you're crying, like I laugh when I cry. I literally laugh when I cry. I just assume everybody's name is that. Like, Dragon's name's Dragon, Dream's Dream. It is. That's what it's all, right, Patrick? It so is. It's needed. I feel like it's needed. Like when sometimes I feel like there was many times where I felt like I was going to cry, but I was able to like relax into that and it would subside on its own. But there was many times where I couldn't even know. I didn't even know why I was crying. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying, but it felt better, right? This is a good refresher today. Maybe he's trying to say my name's Dragon. I don't decorate for Halloween. I stopped once my kids got a little older and I just did it. I just decorate for fall. But I don't know why. I don't love Halloween decorations. I just don't love them. I love fall decorating like pumpkins and the leaves and all that, but Halloween to me, I don't love the decoration. I just don't love them. But I love Halloween though. Like I like scary stuff. I like being scared. But I don't like scary movies though. I'm weird. How do I manifest moving to new city and what else do you want me to say, Ed? It's done? It's done? You're moving towards it now? Just know that you're moving towards it now. It's done. You're not doing anything though. That's the thing. What else do you want to do in the meantime? Focus on other things. Okay, you don't have to you focus on other things that are going good in your life. Be thankful for where you're at now. Be thankful for where you're at now. Make the best of where you're at now. That's another thing you can do other than relax. I do, Randy. Yes, I do. Big time. Christmas and Thanksgiving, I do. Is that good, Ed? I'm not going to make anything up, right? You don't have to take any risks, Candace, unless you want to take risks. I mean, it's your life. You get to say how it goes. But I didn't do anything that I wasn't comfortable with, right? It just all starts to flow very effortlessly and naturally. The more you relax, sorry, the more you relax and you're okay with where you're at, things just start to flow into your life. It, but that's up to you. Like some people like to they're in the doing. They want to do more, right? I have a lot of people say that they love to do affirmations, and that's something that they love to do, but I don't, right? So it's all based on what feels best for you. Yes, Ed, personally, from my experience in manifesting, you really do need to get to a place where you're okay with where you're at. Yes, because you know more now, Ed. You know you're moving towards best and more. Of course you want to be thankful for where you're at. Of course you know you're moving towards more now. Right? Oh, I love that, Sonny. No. No, Christy, there only is this moment. There only is this moment right now. Right? And we're never trying to go back and figure out why I don't feel good. You never you don't have to figure anything out. So right now in this moment, if something pops up that doesn't feel good, I'm not going to say, "Oh, was that from a past life ago?" No, I'm going to be like, "Okay, I'm just going to relax and it's going to be released and that's it." You always want to move forward, Christy. Never go backwards to think that you have to go back into like past karma or anything like that. There only is this moment anyway. And as soon as you release a limiting belief in this moment, everything else changes. Everything else changes for the best, right? So that you're only doing this one practice in this moment, and that's making the best of where you're at and relaxing when you don't, and staying calm and quiet when you don't. And that's literally all you're ever doing. Does that make sense, Christy, though? Does that make sense by saying it that way? Like, there only is this moment, and as soon as you relax in this moment, when something doesn't feel good, you release the limiting belief. And you never want to have to go backwards. We want to just keep moving forward, right? Yeah, Sonny. So I released a lot of that by just doing a lot of relaxing and saying it's okay to relax. It's okay to rest. You know, and because you're doing such a good thing by relaxing into resistance. You don't realize what you're doing for your whole life and for all other people that will be affected by this in a positive way too, Sonny. So you're doing so much by relaxing into resistance, by taking that time to rest your body and do these practices. I'm glad you think I'm calming. Because sometimes I feel like I'm being a little aggressive, and I don't mean to. I don't mean to. I definitely don't want to be like that. So like I do try to be aware of that as well. Like if I'm ever being too aggressive or too not a little too insensitive sometimes. Yes, Patrick's so right. We cause ourselves the pain and discomfort. What Patrick said. When you're in this moment right now, and you're in this moment, there is no pain. It's when you start to think about the past and the future. So that was really good. Yeah, girl. Yeah, come on now. You're unlimited, Christy. Of course you can. You think I would sit here and say no to any of those things? Of course you can. I always say that I manifested tan skin. If you were to see my two of my kids, you would laugh. You would laugh because they're so pale. They're so pale. I always said I had tan skin. Always. My skin's always tan. It's tan year round. My skin's tan year round. I used to say that before I knew about this. Always. My skin's always tan. My skin's literally always tan. Always. Granted, I love the sun, but when I'm not in the sun, my skin's still tan. What you doing, girlfriend? Oh, my little doggy. She will get herself, like, there's like doors everywhere, and there's this other little yard, and she will, it's locked out though. I don't really like it's hard to explain. Anyway, she will go out into this little yard and trap herself. So I had to go get her, and then she'll cry until I get her. Does that make sense? What does that make sense? I don't even remember what I don't even remember what I answered. But yeah, I always used to say that. And like I said, if you were to see my kids, they are ghosts. And their dad is tanner than me, okay? So put it that way. This is like a brownie. You know what? Christy, I don't really know. It's like a purpley brownie color. What would you call that? Would you say burgundy? Would it be burgundy? No, because it's like a dark purple, I think. I know. Do you see me running, Sonny? I was getting my dog. Honestly, Christine, I like my kid's skin. My daughter, like people are always like, you got to get out in the sun more. She's so pale, but she has really dark hair and she's got beautiful eyes. Like her eyes are like blue green and her skin's pale and I love it. She's got like dark eyelashes and these light eyes. I love the light skin. I like myself to be tan with the lighter hair. But on her, I love her skin, her light skin. So I don't think it's not that I think it's bad or I don't like it. I love it on her. She is for strawberry refresher color. I was actually going to take these off today. They're on good. These ones are on so good. And I'm like, you know what? They're not that bad. They're not grown out at all. But I don't know if I was kind of over this color. Is it eggplant, Sonny? I'm going to go with, I like burgundy better. No, I think eggplant's more purple, isn't it? Are you dragon? Oh, Christy, they're press-ons. It's not, and I don't know the name because I threw out the box actually today. I threw out the extra, so I'm sure the color was on there, but I don't remember. Does Oprah still have a show? Does she still do like an actual show? Is that like a color, Sonny? That works. That works. Oh, my phone is, it's gonna die. I have to find a new spot. Yeah, whatever. I thought they were brown. I thought they were like a brown. At first I thought they were black. And then I got them and I'm like, they're not black. It's a little chilly, Nathan. It's actually a little chilly. But it's nice. The fall is starting to arrive. But I get cold so easy. Like so easy. Like I'll be shivering. Like it's 70 degrees and I'll be shivering. I like how we're all making up names for do you see the phone shaking? I'm already shivering a little bit. I know. I have to do that fire and be talking to myself. And then this refresher's cold. It's cold. I gotta find a spot for my phone to charge. Excuse me, ma'am. Hey, someone unplugged my what's it called? Hold on 1 second, guys. You're gonna see the top of this. Ew, there's bugs. There's bugs everywhere. I don't know if I love this spot, but it'll do. There's outlets everywhere. I have outlets everywhere, but it's actually warmer in here. Hi, Jenny. Of course, Jenny. Hi, Woody. Hi, Tony. Did I say hi to you, Tony? I know, this is like, there's so many areas in this yard to go. Like, this is like underneath that deck that I sit on sometimes. Oh, smart move, Vols. Aw, thanks, Jenny. Of course, Jenny. It's funny because the people that lived here before me, family, they moved to Florida, which is funny. Hi, Matt. Matt Giza. Hi, Roman. Hey, Lorelai. Aw, Patrick. Well, it's just think, Patrick, like, yeah, I might be sharing this information, but like, you guys are all doing it as well, right? It's not just me. It's not always easy, right? It's not always easy. Oh, I know, Christy, let me tell you, girl, I want to tell you right now, I said those exact words many times. So I've been there. I've said that. I said, what's the point? Like, what's the point? I can't tell you how many times, guys, I said, what's the point of this life? Like, like, this isn't fun. Why are we here? Why are we here? But trust me, those are the moments, Christy, of all that you want to sit in that. You want to sit in that and get quiet in that. When those moments come up where you're like, why am I even alive? Why? Get quiet in those moments. Really go within in those moments. You know what? Some of my darkest moments, I came out with so much wisdom in those moments. And some of my darkest moments, and just relaxing into those lower energies and literally staying so quiet and as still as I possibly could. I would say there's so much wisdom in those dark moments, guys. There's so much wisdom in them. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them. Just relax into them. Oh, dragon. I used to think, I don't know how I would do that. Well, I used to say, like, another thing I used to say is, come on, like, I got to get to better because I have kids. Like, I got to be their parent. I got to be their mom. I got to be their mom. So, like, as I was going through these things, right, and just doing these practices, I used to say, like, I can't be faking happiness around these kids. I want to be happy around my kids. I don't know who I was talking to. See, I kept everything to myself. I'm telling you guys now because I'm past it. But in the moment, I wouldn't speak to nobody about what I was going through. I spoke to nobody. Nobody knew what I was going through. Nobody. They will, Christy. They will. What Nathan said. Everybody's here. Yous are all here for a reason. You're all here for a reason. Oh, Christy. Crying's good, Christy. Let the tears out. You're going to feel better. It's a good thing. It really is. Now, yeah, I never spoke about it, Sonny. But that's a practice for people. Like, see, you have to understand, like, another thing about me is that I always kept things to myself, right? Even before I knew this, I was very quiet and introverted, and I just never spoke about things. I kept things to myself. I was very private. I didn't understand any of this, though, what I understand now. It's so true, Patrick. I think this is all, listen, the other side of all this, guys, is going to be so beautiful and amazing, okay? Even this part, embrace it. Embrace it. Even though it doesn't feel good, embrace it, because on the other side is going to be everything you want. So just know it is serving you. Even these moments that you don't feel good, it really is serving you. Like, cry as much as you want. Keep these moments to yourself, though, is key, right? But cry as much as you want. Crying's good. Crying's healing. Can I tell you something I used to do? I used to do this a lot. I used to get very quiet and remember, nothing has meaning here. Everything's neutral, right? So if you can get yourself to a neutral state where you're like kind of semi like relaxed, and I would say, please help me see this clearer. Show me what I'm missing. Lead me to the next best step. I can promise you right now, I would always get, you're doing so good. You came so far. Will you just look back and see how far you've come? Or, just keep relaxing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is all you're supposed to be doing, is relaxing in these moments, is keeping these moments to yourself, is crying if you need to cry, right? Scream in the car if you have to. I used to scream in the car too. I used to do that too. You're doing way better than you realize. That's the thing. You're doing way better than you realize. It's so true, Narina. It's so true. Like Abraham always says, you have a friend at all times. You have a friend at all times. Your higher self, source, whatever you want to call, whatever you like to call it, that is your best friend. That's why getting neutral in those moments, guys, getting yourself calm, to a calm state, as calm as you can. You don't have to be perfect. And just saying, please lead me to the next best step. Please help me see this clearer. Show me what I'm missing. I used to ask those questions. You will get led somewhere. I promise. Oh. I mean, literally, guys, that's what it's all about. Like, even though I might tell you to stay quiet, it's because I want you guys to, I want you guys to see how much it's going to change your life. I want you guys to know how much it's going to change your life when you stay quiet about these unfavorable things. It's so easy to say, but this is happening and that's happening. It's easy to go back to that. And my biggest reminder is just go within in those moments. Just get quiet in those moments. Just get as still as you can in those moments. Relax into those moments. Sit with it. Sit with it. I almost say like you're facing it in a way. Like you're saying, no, I'm in control. Even in this moment, I'm in control. Not this story. Oh, Lorelai, I love that. Because they're all fear-based belief systems, right? When we don't feel good, it's a fear-based belief system. That's all it is. It's a fear-based belief. There is only love. Only love exists. Anything else is a lie. Anything else is a lie. These stories that don't feel good, guys, they're lies. They are literally lies. They are fear-based beliefs. They're fear-based. Anything that doesn't feel good is fear-based, and fear-based beliefs are lies. They're limiting beliefs. That's why when you're relaxing and getting quiet, you're killing them off. They're dying off. They can't survive in your love. Think about it like that. When you're relaxing and you're softening your body, that's love. And it's killing off the unfavorable. It's killing off the fear. It doesn't feel good. It's uncomfortable, but it's okay because it's actually disintegrating it. It's fading. Okay? But it takes a little bit of an understanding of these things too, right? These concepts. Yeah. Yeah. I used to say, I heard it through someone, and it's true. Limiting beliefs are lies. Limiting beliefs they're all lies. Even now, like, because I'm getting a little chilly, like I start clenching my teeth a little, so I gotta like remind myself to not do that. I know this is such a nice live. I love the weather too, and I'm so glad I know I gotta get these up on YouTube. We all bring love to each other, and you always bring. Aww, because we all are love, right? Jimmy, you don't know me at all. If you think I'm high maintenance, then you definitely don't know me. I mean, you know what? When it comes to my refresher, though, I might be high maintenance. Now that I'm thinking, when it comes to my refresher, I do like it a certain way. Bloom! Hi, Bloom! Yes, Linda. Yes. I'm good, Bloom. How are you? That would make me high maintenance. But I'll tell you what, my drink is always good. I was a little high maintenance at first, but now my drink is always 100%. Speak about self-love. Is that what you said? Yeah, well, self-love is being able to fill up your own cup on your own, be your own source of happiness. Self-love is not needing anything outside of you to be a certain way in order for you to feel good. You can feel good on your own, right? And just knowing self-love, what is self-love? But just think about it like this. There only is love. There only is love. I love when it's like that, Dream. I literally love it. I don't know why I like saying literally. Don't you feel like so many people, like, do you guys say literally a lot? Because I say it all the time. Literally, like, I literally can't stop saying literally. It's just like, I say it with everything. I don't have bad moments anymore, but I'm neutral now because I think I had. Oh, Vale, that's so cool though. Isn't that's where you gotta be. So Vale, like, yeah, so you're neutral, but like good stuff starts coming in. It starts getting better, I promise. I started saying like, all right, today I'm going to have so much fun. Like, what am I going to do today? I want more fun. I want more fun. I want more laughter. I want more, like, I would say things like that. I know, right? I know, right, Mike? It's so true. It's just funny when you realize like you say those things like all the time. It really is, Nathan. It is. It's like you gotta be able, guys. You gotta be okay. It's truly comes down to like, you gotta be okay with where you're at now. You can't keep looking outside of you for things to feel good, right? It's like, it's just being good and content with where you're at. Like that's what's going to keep bringing in more. That's appreciation. That's appreciation. Oh, my little dog, look, see her? She's like right against my back. I just had tensions doing that, but see her? Moo. Hi, baby. Like she's all curled up. She's literally pressed up against my back. She needs to be like near someone like all the time. That's why my big dog and her, she's always cuddling next to my big dog is the most patient. I had an itch on my eye. Now it's red. She's the most patient dog ever. The big girl, Roxy, the Saint Bernice, and Mel will literally lay snuggled like on her all the time. And she just doesn't care. I have one cat. That's it. Does it? Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. So we had a dog before her, same type of dog, that died too young. She was only 7. She was the runt of the litter. She was a Yorkie poo like her, and her name was Belle, and we named her Mel. But she was the sweetest little thing. Yep. 2 doggies, 1 cat. And Steve, sorry guys, I got a call. I have to pause it when I get a call. And it's my kids. They're literally right next to me. But they call me instead. Yes, so Christy, she's a Yorkie poo. But she, but my dog before this was a Yorkie poo as well, but she was the runt. She was so tiny. She was so tiny. We watched her be born. And I remember bringing her to, my kids were so little. They loved her. She was so sweet. So sweet. How was your last? Oh, it was good. It was whatever. It was nice. It wasn't like sad or anything because it was a relative, right? So, hey, Brew, my son. But thanks for asking, Narina. It didn't feel like, guys, it wasn't like, oh my God, like it was because I knew it was coming type thing. It just felt right, and it was like very, yeah, it was right. It was the right thing to do for me and where I'm at, like. Oh, I want to see it, Dream. I'm excited. I say no, Sonny, because the more you change your energy, that story fades. In that moment, if nobody is, that's just you taking something personally. So if nobody is hurting you. Nobody can hurt you unless you give them permission, Sonny. So if you're feeling wronged by someone, it's because you're taking something personally in that moment. So your only job is to get calm and quiet and let that, whatever that is, it'll be released. It's a limiting belief, right? Remember, there's only love. That's fear. That's a fear-based belief to think that somebody is hurting you or someone's wronging you, right? So in that moment, you just get calm and you relax and you just keep moving forward. Even doing that is going backwards too. Like, oh, I got to reach out to this person and let them know what they did wrong to me. That's keeping it active, Sonny. That would be keeping whatever this story is active in your life. That's all that. It's just bouncing back and forth. It's a mirror. And you're just going to keep experiencing it in your life. The more that you stay calm and you relax and you release that way, you'll keep moving towards best and better for yourself. That story will work itself out. It will work itself out. There were so many things in my life that I thought people were mad at. Nobody was ever mad. It was me creating it. You create everything in your reality, guys. Everything in your reality. The more you do these things, trust me, nobody's trying to hurt you. Nobody's jealous of you. And it's all you. It's all you. And you're only going to keep getting back what you're feeling. You're going to see evidence of it in your reality because life is a mirror. That's why whenever you don't feel good, you're just relaxing and releasing it and you keep moving forward. You keep relaxing and making the best of where you're at. And that's your only practice. But that was a good question because it was able to bring that topic up. Well, here's the thing, Sam. I don't feel guilty about those things. If I miss a workout and I'll eat a huge meal, I don't. But that's something that if you're feeling that guilt, you're going to relax and you're going to say to yourself, like, no, this is just a limiting belief, right? And you just relax in that moment and rest in that moment. And that's it. Like, I didn't feel guilty for those things, but it takes a little bit of practice to relax and remind yourself that if you don't work out, what's going to happen? It's just a belief that you think you have to work out in order to stay in shape. It's a belief around these foods that you think they're going to make you fat. It's a belief. It's a story that you picked up from people, right? That's all everything is. That's all our reality is. It's stories. So Sonny, that's okay if it's positive. You can reach out to your parents, but if it has to come, you have to come from a good place if you're reaching out to whoever. It has to be loving or else you keep experiencing what you don't want. Do you know what I mean, Sonny? Right? If it's reactive, then you're just going to keep experiencing what you don't want. So it's about getting yourself to a place where it's a good place, right? And not having any attachment as well, right? So you say whatever you want to say and then you just keep moving forward to what feels best. Oh, that's good then, Sonny. Yeah, that's good. Psychics? Well, everything's a reflection, Jeremy. So psychics are just reading your energy wherever you're at. They're just reading your energy wherever you're at in your life. So if you go to a psychic and you're not feeling good, you're in a mood where you're like, my life sucks and nothing's going my way, they're just going to reflect that back to you. But if you go the next day because you're feeling great, they're going to be like, wow, your life's great. You are your own psychic. That's what I always say. You can listen to them to boost you, like on here, like TikTok has them everywhere. And you can listen to them to boost you when you're feeling good. But I only recommend to do that sometimes because if you flood your newsfeed with it, you're going to have very conflicted information coming your way, and you're going to be like getting yourself in that feeling of disconnect because your thoughts are everywhere. You're going to be overwhelmed, and you're going to take on things that possibly really don't serve you, if that makes sense. Nothing nothing's good or bad. It's whatever you place the meaning on, Linda. Like, they can be good. They can help you lift you up. I have, like, there's some that are great. They're all positive. There's some on here, if you're in a good energy and you can find one that literally is just going to 100% be uplifting. There are psychics that are that, but then there's ones that also have fear-based beliefs, so they're going to speak from fear. So you're only going to get back where you're at anyway, so just make it about you. But you get to do whatever you want. There's no wrong or right. I don't know, Narina. I'm trying to think. So, Narina, I got my cupcakes. My store that I shop at finally got my cupcakes in. I had one before here already, but I'll probably have another one. And yeah, I might. Maybe I'll have some tea too. This is so funny, guys. I'm actually doing my daughter's hair. I'm done hair, but I'm doing my daughter's hair. After this, I'm doing a test strand for her. We picked out a color today. So I even get someone to do my daughter's hair. I'm such a brat. I even get someone to do my daughter's hair because that's how much I don't like doing hair. But she really likes when I do it. So of course I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I'm going to do a test strand tonight on her hair. So maybe I'll have dessert. I'm going to try to come up here for a little bit because it's a little bit brighter. Hey, Dream! So in a little bit, I am going to hop off because I'm going to go do her hair. She does all kinds of colors. So she's going to do, this time, she does it like underneath. She's doing like this really pretty blue. It's like a real light, it's just like a real light, like sky blue color. Yeah, Lorelai, I prefer the cupcakes. They're my favorite. The vanilla cupcakes with the vanilla icing are my favorite. The little tiny ones. I just grab a fork and I take it right out of the wrapper because they're so easy. They're so easy to eat. Oh. My kids are awesome. Seriously. Like if there's anything that makes me cry is my kids. Like I get emotional thinking about my kids because they're awesome. They're happy too. They're all different. They're all so different. You know what? I don't like Boston cream donuts. I don't like that kind of cream. It's got to be vanilla. No mosquitoes, Sonny. We're not in my neck of the woods. I was out here getting bit every night. Literally. I'm going to say literally, and I'm going to realize it. But yes, I was getting bit all the time. But I didn't care. I still stayed out. I don't care if the mosquitoes get me. I want to be outside. If I can. Oh, I think Utah's very nice. Very nice. And even the like the views and stuff. Does everybody like it there? Last year was worse, Sonny. Honestly, they were little bites though. I will say that. Like they were little mosquitoes. They went away in a day. Like they didn't last. I know she posts really cool, her videos are great. Like she'll post all the scenery and stuff a lot. Guys, I'm gonna jump off because I'm losing connection and I'm gonna go do her hair. You know what it is? It's video game time for my boys. So I'm gonna get knocked off a couple times. I know it. I know. Oh, thanks, Eve. I know. Gotta get back to mommy duty. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. You know I'll be back. Everyone have a really great night. Love you guys. Kira, I'm your ride or die. We got you covered. Bye, guys.